Hello! Can you hear me, first of all? It's been a long time. Can you hear any music? I'm going to flap some stuff in game to see if you can hear game sounds. Have I got a door that flaps? No. Well, kinda. We can hear you, says big somebody. I've got the tiniest, like, chat screen in the world because I'm on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's crazy. So if you want to watch me on Twitch, you can watch me on Twitch. If you want to watch me on YouTube, you can watch me there too. And now I'm hot. I haven't streamed in a long time. It felt cool when I started. One moment, please. I'm going to open the door. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's happening in the old world of the internety place where you all live? Oh, we've got a member. Michael, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wow, there's so much chat and it's like it's all on one screen and I can't see it. Didn't hear the door. Right, let me get something a bit more flappy, see if you can hear something a bit more flappy, because my whole stream setup's changed since the last time I was streamed, which isn't surprising considering that was like over a year ago. So we haven't got all of the flashes and the wigs bangs and the fun stuff like that. It's just very, very basic, just me and you Minecraft stream. Can you hear it? It's showing it's making a noise on the thingy. Foxy, I have a question, says Warzilla. Very quiet, low, but yes. Well, let me see if I can fix that. That's fine. Let me see if I can fix it on here. Let's bring that up a bit. How about now? Is that better? I'm never going to see your question because there's so much chat and it's tiny weeny writing on my screen. So if you've got a question, you might as well like write it in the thing. When you say I have a question, then write your question. I hear the door, says Striker. This is good news. Oh, geez. Right, today then. It's been a long time. I don't know if everyone is familiar with the series that I'm currently doing on Minecraft Create Mod, but if you are, you'll know I'm working on a mineshaft. And there's a whole bunch of things on the way down this mineshaft, but a whole bunch of mineshaft that's not decorated, and I need to decorate it in order so I can get this area finished off and start thinking about moving on to a new area soon. And it goes on for miles. So, we're not going to be going crazy with decoration, but we are going to be doing a whole bunch of smashing things to bits, putting in pillars and beams and cobblestone and andesite, basically. And if you're into that, then great, stick around. If not, then, well, you might find what we've got to talk about interesting, I guess. Assuming the chat is readable at some point, you know, we can start asking questions about what do I think of all of the new things in Minecraft and changes and stuff, of which I probably don't know the answers, but we'll get there, aren't we? Are you considering joining the Create SMP Charles is doing, says Barbara? I have no idea. I've never heard of it. I probably haven't got time to put effort into a Create SMP, to be perfectly honest with you, but I would like to say that I wouldn't say no. You know, Charles invites you to something, you're probably going to say yes, to be honest with you, aren't you? That doesn't go in there. Which box does this go in? Doesn't go in there. Does it go in there? It goes in this one. Don't need any of that stuff. I think your face cam's delayed. It wouldn't surprise me. Sorry about that. There's not a lot I can do about it right now. I could fiddle with it for a while, but that'll just get annoying. So we'll just put up with delayed face cam. How delayed is it? Have you ever played Vault Hunters? I have not, Poppy the Puppy. When are you naming your Create Factory? I haven't got a Create Factory. Chocolate, apparently, says Sweetie Packs. Brilliant. Oh, the Chocolate Factory. When am I going to name the Chocolate Factory? Now, that's a good question. I should probably do that at some point, since I asked for loads of names for it, shouldn't I? I kind of ignored it, only because, for the thumbnail, I put a name on it anyway, and I totally forgot that I needed to name it. So, yeah, that should be on my list of things to do, really. But you know me, I just don't do things I'm supposed to do. And that's how my life goes on. Sometimes a bit, sort of, occasionally. Why don't you make a public world for us to play and build on, says Boblocks? Because I have no time to be managing people I don't know, doing stuff I don't know what they're doing, and sorting out servers and stuff for you lot. It's not of interest to me, it's no benefit to me. If you want to play on a server, invite your friends to a server and host it yourself. You don't need me. You can use my mod pack. I certainly wouldn't play on it with you guys. No offense to you guys, but I've got no time. Is there a different species of villagers called morons? There is in my world, yeah. The playthrough's amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you for getting me back into playing Create Mod. It's been so much fun playing your mod pack, says DJ Hate. Amazing. Hate spelled H-A-I. H-I-A-T, not like hate as in, I don't like you very much. That's the wrong kind of hate. We don't appreciate that on this channel. I'm going to leave this bit here because it's a bit complicated, and I'm going to start on this bit, which is even, oh geez, it's on a diagonal. I've put no time and effort into thinking about this at all. But here we go. I need some dark oak logs, which I've just put away. Thanks for building a mod pack, Foxy. It was too intimidating to put anything together, but it's been so much fun, says Striker. You're very welcome. I hope and I'm glad you're enjoying it sort of kind of a bit. Tuberculosis, says Big Pablo. What? Oh, tuberculosis. What? What are you on about? What are you talking about? Oh, wow. What? Is that true? Someone just gifted 50 memberships? What? Is that a thing? What? Thank you. What? That's very nice. 50? Jeez, how have we got a hype train going on Twitch? It's very complicated for me to... I've never multi-streamed before, so I've got like chat all together in one window and it's tiny. Next to that, I've got my Twitch chat in the normal Twitch chat box, but because it's like sharing a screen, it's really tiny. And then below that, I've got the YouTube chat, which is sharing a screen with that, so that's really tiny. So I'm trying my best. I'll get used to it. It's been over a year, guys. I'm working on it. Give me a break. What? 20? Ah! There's a train. Ah! Thank you for the 20 memberships. This is all going so well, just as I expected it to. What a wonderful time to be alive. Right, where are we putting these first pillars? I feel like we're okay to put the pillars at this point rather than that's not stripped. That won't do at all. It's that one I want. Yeah, that's going to give the train plenty of room to come down here. And then obviously we're going to need some at this point here as well. But that might be a bit tight. Well, you don't look like what I imagined due to your voice, says OJ Chapman. Well, don't look. Close your eyes and imagine what you used to imagine, and you'll much prefer this live stream. Right, what am I... I don't know where to start. TB equals truly Bedrock, not tuberculosis, lol. You're missed on TB, but I'm thrilled to see you stream again, says Burenzo. Train collision protection enchantment. Yeah, that's a good idea, Poppy. I like it. Right, okay. So, we need a set number of things we're going to go down, but these are not even walls, are they? I mean, this one's fairly even, although... It's not quite. And then it... Oh, gee, this is going to be a nightmare. But it's a mineshaft. Mineshafts aren't supposed to be neat and tidy, are they? They're supposed to be quite messy. So let's say we got a pillar here-ish, sort of, a bit. How am I going to do a diagonal? Or should I just be really lazy and forget the diagonals and just go across? Because I could do diagonals using all of the fancy create stuff, but I'd need millions of them and it would just lag out the world. So something like that should work, right? That's okay, isn't it? Is that okay? Have you heard of the add-on Bitterball? And I've seen it. I don't know what it's about. I think it's some kind of German food, I think, isn't it? Or Dutch. I can't remember. So I have to catch your first stream in a while, says Beckanoid. Hey, that's a name I remember. Hello, Beckanoid. Speaking of names I remember, Mitz Cats is here somewhere. Mitz, you know me. I never see your messages anyway, but I'm sure they are there somewhere. You could rotate it. Yeah, I'm not rotating it. It take like I just said, there's going to be a million of them. Seeing you've played in both versions, which create mod do you prefer, Forge or Fabric? To be perfectly honest with you guys, Forge is way better for mods. I know everybody's obsessed with Fabric. Oh, well, Fabric's better. It's more this, that, and the other. It's not. It's not. Forge is better. I had way better frames per second on Forge, way better efficiency, way better speed. The game loaded faster. Forge is definitely the way to go with modding still, in my opinion. You know, feel free to not share that opinion. It's absolutely fine. Fabric, however, has replay mod. So, hence playing with Fabric. That is literally now the only reason I'm even thinking about... Stop it! About Fabric. Ow. I don't actually need that train running at the minute. I might stop the train. That's going to be a big arch to there, isn't it? That's a stretch, that is. And it's right over there, which is not ideal. I don't really want one going over there. We might have this one broken. As if it's like been there, but then it got a bit bust. Something like that. That'll do. We'll put a fence post on the end of it or something like that. All you had to do was stop the train, says CJ Paolo. We don't do swearing, chaps. No swearing, please, in my chat. Who do you think you are? It's family friendly, don't you know? Today's Foxy stream is Foxy getting run over repeatedly. That's what I'm feeling is going to be the case until I stop it. Don't look at that. That's a spoiler. But yeah, that's the one you're on about, isn't it? So I do need to find the name for that. I'll go back through the old comments and sort that out. The only reason I play on Fabric is because all the Optifine substitutes are on there. Yeah, but the one Rubidium, is it? It's way better than Optifine. Hello. Hey, Mitz, says Rob. Rob, you've seen Mitz's message. That's the other thing, Mitz. My combined chat, it doesn't color code names. It tells me whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube, and it's got the tiniest little icon for your face. But it's not color coded. Oh, there we go. It's got a spanner next to you. It says, hey, Rob. If you don't know, peeps, Mitz has been around longer than I have on my channel. She's been there forever. So she's special to me in that way. Foxy streams says, close your eyes. No spoilers. Shh, don't look at it, Beckanoid. Don't look. I won't even look at. Where's this damn train? I need it to get to this point so I can break the track to stop it coming. But if I break the track now, it won't come because it won't be able to find its next destination. First time catching live, love the series, says, thank you. How does this member gifting work, says the lolbird? If you know, tell me, and then we'll both know. I've no idea. Foxy, have a name suggestion for your Mineshaft Death Tunnel. Wow. Here it comes. Stop. Thank you. Fix your lava? What's wrong with my lava? You can make it infinite. I know, in my last series I had like 3 or 4 infinite lava sources, but I don't need them in this series currently. What you have to understand, right, as somebody that's making a series, is if I do everything at the start, I've got no way of going better and bigger, yeah? And no way of progressing. And I'm trying to do this series almost sort of back to roots, explaining how Create Mod works, sort of, you know, going through it stage by stage, so there's progression. So that might be irritating when you've seen these massive, great big factories and infinite things and stuff that you can do, and I'm not doing it. But I'm not doing it for a reason, because I want to, you know, otherwise this series would be 1 episode long, because I'd have to do it all in the first one. So it's not that well, some things I don't know, so feel free to give me suggestions. But the reason I haven't done an infinite lava source is literally because I'm saving that for wherever we end up in the future. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my brightness up so we can all see better. Really limits the cash flow that way, says Enochius. English in chat, please, says Miss. Sorry, Mitz. Am I speaking foreign language? You know me. I just mix up my worms. I can't help it. Really love the first season, still catching up on your second though, says Doomsday Doc. It's a totally different season, but I feel like things are relatively similar in it, to be honest with you. Different area, different builds, or different build style, but it's still still got mostly the same mods in it, and I'll probably be following a relatively similar path at some point or other. Try to sort of stick in a bit of storyline in this one, just to make things mildly more interesting. Whether or not that'll pan out or not, I don't know. I don't like that there. This is going to take forever. We'll get in the swing of things soon. Once I've got to grips with how I'm going to be placing this out, we'll get in the swing of it. Just watched all of your Create series, says somebody who's just disappeared off the end of the chat. Apparently, my delivery of cupcakes has arrived. This is good news. I'm not getting any like stream sounds or anything coming through, so apologies if I'm missing follows and all that sort of stuff. I was getting those yesterday when I tested this, but I'm not getting it today. So you'll have to shout at me if I miss a raid, if I miss, yeah, other things. Just shout at me in the chat for a while till I notice it, please. I don't want to seem rude, but it's my first time in over a year, and it's all backwards and back to front and not set up correctly. So, you know, give me a chance. I don't think... I was tempted to just do the entire tunnel with the things first and then go round and decorate the rest of it, but I think we should maybe start in sections. What do you guys think? Should we bit by bit it, or should we just like go, no, that's where all of the stanchions are. I know where they are now, so it should be relatively easy to decorate in between. You haven't been answering me. Are you Tails, says Sidon. No, of course I'm not Tails. Tails is a fictional character from a computer game called Sonic. It's nothing to do with Minecraft or myself. Bit by bit, says Super Hulk Prime. I've been watching you for a while, says Big Ben Gamey. That sounds a bit creepy, Big Ben Gamey. Sounds like you like staring at me through my window. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that. Hey Foxy, is it bad that I watched all 1000 Days movies within a day while you made the season 2 pack? Well, if you got the time to do it, no, it's not bad. Why is that bad? Go for it. Do what you want. It's your time at the end of the day. We'll do whatever you want with it. That one, I'm getting rid of that one. It's too close. I really need efficiency on my axe, although I don't think it will make much difference. I think there's a weird thing with fabric and efficiency on axes, or that might just be me, or maybe even just this mod pack. Whatever happened to this series with you and Mr. Beardstone? We finished it. Gone. The end. Kaput. Remember your first video of this Create World, says CT Productions. I hope you do, because if you've seen it, it really wasn't all that long ago. So if you've forgotten it already, you know, you might want to get something, you know, maybe, you know, go and speak to the doctors about your problems with your memory. Maybe an underlying problem. Foxy, why can't I get Roxy when I play on your mod pack? Because Roxy's not in my mod pack. Roxy's in my world. Is your skin based off Tails? No, it's just a custom skin I made a long time ago. Very long time ago. Please remember, Foxy's streaming 2 different channels. He will find it hard to keep up with every message. I will. Yeah, if you're shouting at me, oh, you didn't read my message. Tough. I'm doing my best. Don't spam messages over and over again, because some I will ignore because I don't like the question. But to be honest with you, today at the moment, the biggest problem is there's just so many and so much chat. I wish I could show you my screen with my chat on, because it's ridiculous. But that's against Twitch's terms of service, because there's more than one type of chat on it. And we wouldn't want to go upsetting the, you know, the master of Twitch, would we? Old Jeff Bezos come round my house and beat me up. Don't want that happening, do we? On my first day back to work, and my boss Jeff comes round telling me off. Foxy, how's your day? I haven't heard that in a while. Stitch, how you doing? It's not your fault you loved so much. I'm just so gosh darn lovable. Isn't it nice? Right, what am I doing? I'm trying to make a... It looks weird, doesn't it? Right, let's start digging like bits of hole and filling it in with cobble and stuff to see where we get on. This is going to take forever. This is absolutely going to take forever. It's going to be the longest. I think, I've got a feeling, peeps, and I hope no one's upset by this, but I've got a feeling that this little project isn't going to get finished at all. Now, this wall here, I think we should just tear this wall down. What do you think? Because it's pointless, isn't it? It's not doing anything. It's not helping me out. No offense, this is the first time I've seen you. I thought you're quite old and have many grandkids. Not quite grandkids yet. I'm working on it, but I'm not quite there. When did you show your face first? Or many ago. Are those beams too low for the train? I really hope not. I don't think so. Let's go see. Let's steal the driver and take it for a little drive down there and just check before I get too far away. I would like your schedule first, and then I would like you... No, I don't want your selection box. I want you... that, thank you. Stealing your train, bro. What you gonna do about it, bro? It looks like a train tunnel on the mineshaft. Well, it is. That's what a mineshaft is. It's a train tunnel. It's a tunnel for trains to go down inside a mountain. It's literally exactly what its job is. They're a little low, but the thing is, we've got so much to do. I don't want to go crazy, like massive with this, because it'll take forever. So I think that's okay. I think the fact that it's just touching it as it comes through is fine. But I know what you mean. They do feel a bit low and wide, don't they? Get the VIP members to decorate for you, says Rob. Absolutely not. Those maniacs. I'll have more farms in my world than I know what to do with. Give them 10 seconds on here and they'll be I'll have diamonds coming out my ear holes. They'll be giving me presents, a litre and all sorts. The Ender Dragon will be dead. No way. No, those guys are way too efficient. They're way too efficient. They're way faster at Minecraft than I am. Not happening. The village needs a police station. You're stealing his train? I don't think so. I don't think so. These little villagers giving me all this work to do and sitting around in that little cafe that I made them all this time doing nothing, and I'm doing all the work just so that I can get a bit of information about where Roxy might be. I think they owe me like 1 billion favours. You set him free? No, he won't go anywhere. Just stand there, look. He's lost. He don't know what to do with himself while he's just stood there. He's absolutely useless. He's terrified. He wouldn't dare move. He's not going anywhere. Don't worry about him. We did cause problems on the VIP create server already. Yes, you did. Yeah, I did have to spend a couple of hours sorting that out the other day, but that wasn't my point. My point was you guys are just too good at it. You're too efficient, so you're not playing on mine because you'll make me feel bad. Do you learn German in school? It's funny to hear kaput from you. I think that's just a term we use in the UK anyway. I know it is a German word, but I did do German at school, but I don't think they taught us kaput. I don't think that was one of the words on the curriculum. I need more andesite, but all of my andesite is now zinc, apart from that bit. Oh man, I'm not prepared. Let's head down the mine, go and see if I can find some zinc, some andesite. But now the train's not going, we're not going to get any, so that's not going to happen. We'll see if there's any down there at all. I don't think there will be. I've never heard any people use kaput. Maybe it's the sort of thing you'd probably pick up from like TV or movies or something, I guess, more than just hearing it in general. Hey, FoxyNoTail, I haven't heard myself, but have you completely given up on Bedrock? I miss you and Slack Lizard playing on Minecraft together. At the moment, yeah, 100% given up on Bedrock Edition. I think they've done an incredible job at making it even worse than it was over the last few updates. I know they're working really hard to bring parity over and add all these cool new features in. Oh, wow. No, I got plenty. So I'm not short of andesite, as it turns out. But yeah, I've got absolutely no interest in playing it until it's stable again. I spent basically, what, 7 years playing Bedrock Edition, putting up with the problems with it, and I didn't need to because I got a PC, you know? I don't have to play Bedrock Edition. In fact, I was playing Bedrock Edition on PC. Why do that when I can play a version of the game that works with more stuff in it that I like? Like the other question you could ask is, would you play vanilla again? No, not for a while. I have absolutely no interest in vanilla Minecraft at all at this point. I'm really enjoying modded, so maybe I'll come back to it at some point when I'm, you know. But like even this latest update that came out, there's nothing of interest in that at all for me. I looked at that update and went, wow, there's some really cool stuff in there, and didn't feel any excitement about any of it. So no, I'm just happy with modded. In the USA, some people use the term kaput as well. I think it's just one of those things that some people will say, some people won't. I wouldn't get hung up on it, guys. It's just a word. Once you touch modded, vanilla feels mostly boring. I've done this plenty of times in the past. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, I was really into modded. I had a modded series on it then, and then sort of I really got into survival and the base, you know, the survival version of the game. Then I really got into Bedrock. I just changed. Things change over time, and you know, people change. So it'll come back at some point. I've no doubt that I will play Bedrock and just vanilla again, but just right now is not the time for me. And there's no point in me lying to you going, oh yeah, I'll do it soon, I'm sure it's, because then you're just going to be sat there waiting for me to do it and then be frustrated that I don't. So I think the best policy is being honest about it. My wife prefers vanilla and it drives me nuts. Vein mining backpacks, fast leaves, how do we ever play without those? The biggest one for me, as daft as it sounds, is carry-on. I honestly don't think I could play Minecraft without carry-on anymore. It's just so useful being a go, oh, I placed that one block in the wrong place, and instead of having to, you know, mine it and put it somewhere else, you just pick it up and move it. It's brilliant. Or a villager or something useful. It's great. I'm just starting a YouTube channel, but it's not letting me post. Any tips on fixing this? I've no idea. I haven't had that issue. Probably the best bet is to look online for solutions or get in touch with YouTube support, I guess. Unfortunately, I can't help you with that one. Not my area of expertise. I mean, obviously, if I'd had that problem before, then I'd be like, oh, here's some tips, but I haven't had it, so I can't help you. And jetpacks. Jetpacks are so useful. I know there's Elytra, but Elytra, you can't just hover around in the air placing blocks. You've got to get all your stupid scaffolding out, and I hate scaffolding. It's like literally the worst thing they ever added into Minecraft. Whaler's the best mod for me. Even vanilla would be a great addition. To be honest with you, looking at that thing at the top, basically, it's called Jade for me. Whaler, I think, was the original one. It is very handy, and it's really useful for modded worlds when you don't know what something is or what tool you need for it. But realistically, I never really look at it anymore because I know the mod pack so well. So I don't think it's an essential mod. Whereas this thing, the EMI on the side, or REI, whichever one you use, I think they're pretty much essential again for a mod pack. Probably something you don't really need in vanilla, but then they've got the recipe book, and that's basically what that is. I think it's just a better version than the recipe book. So not essential, but very helpful. Right, where's my mouse gone? Stop it. I use carry on mod on looter chests with I'm right, okay. The big thing for me about modded is with the animals, makes the world feel alive. Yeah, that's one thing this mod pack's seriously missing, is any form of decent wildlife. I think I've got... Oh, what's the animal mod I've got on here? I can't remember the name of it now. But I really wanted I really liked Alex's mobs. Even though it was just absolutely full of junk. There was so much stuff in there that just didn't need to be in there. So many different things you could do. If there was just an Alex's mod that had just more creatures in it for the world, rather than just stuff that completely changes your world with everything in it. Like, everyone wanted me to play Alex's caves, and I added it, and I tested out a couple of the caves in creative, and I just thought, nah, they're different and they're interesting, but I've got no interest in going to those in survival. I just want to see the little animals running about. I want to go somewhere and see birds. I want to go into the water and see whales and dolphins and fish and stuff. That's what I want, guys. Naturalist, that's what I've got. Well done. Good job, whoever that was. Hey, Foxy, I've been really enjoying your series. Any tips on how to be a better builder, more of a redstone person, or in this case, creating farms? I'm still not overly confident with my own building skills, to be honest with you. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. Come up with an idea, get some photos. That's what I've been doing. Is like, okay, I want to make a mining town. So I'm going to go on Google and just spend an hour looking at mining town photos. Or pick a theme, pick a time of the world, like the 50s or the 40s or something like that, and go, right, I want 50s style housing from this country or that country, and then just see if you can emulate it, and then watch other people that build and see. One of the things I struggle with the most is looking at a block and going, no, that's just cobblestone, whereas to someone else cobblestone looks like a lamp or a tree or a microwave or something. I'm not saying cobblestone is that, but that's my, you get the idea. And I really struggle with that. And so last season for me was all about building up my, what's the word? The word we just used a minute ago. Confidence in building. This season for me is all about building up with my confidence in interiors, because I'm rubbish at interiors, which is why I've added so many furniture mods and things. Because you might go, well, that's just cheating. You're just making it easier for you to do interiors. I absolutely am making it easier for me to do interiors, because then I can go, okay, well, that worked with that, but what if I replace that with something that's vanilla, and I can build myself up to it rather than just being at what is effectively for me the deep end, which is vanilla Minecraft. So if you're struggling with building, throw in some things that make building easy so that you're not at the deep end. Hey, folks, you got to go to the pub and watch the footy. Oh, well, enjoy the footy. Go, whoever your team name is. I really struggle with exteriors. I have ideas in my head and struggle to execute them. But yeah, it's the same sort of thing. Again, just, you know, if you're able to play modded or even get some of the Bedrock add-ons from the marketplace now, you know, give yourself a bit of a chance by installing something that makes it a bit easier for you, and then learn it from there. Take those ideas and see, can I do that but with just vanilla? It worked for me, might not work for you, but that's my suggestion. Are you playing Star Wars Outlaws or too busy to play? I will 100% be playing it. However, after watching all of the reviews that came out and seeing what a buggy mess it is at the moment, I was going to pre-order it so I could get the early edition, but I'm going to wait a couple of weeks now for them to fix the hot mess that are all the bugs so that we get a decent experience. Because what was the game came out recently? There was a game that came out recently and everyone was really excited about it, and they released it, came out, and there was a load of bugs in it, so they patched the bugs and then said, oh yeah, we've had to patch it so much you've got to completely restart your game if you started it, and people were already hours into it, and I don't want that to be the case. I'm sure it won't be with something like Star Wars Outlaws, but you never know. So I'm just going to play on the safe side. Games I have played, when I was on holiday, I played and completed Final Fantasy VI. I heard a lot of good things about that game over the years. I played it myself finally, and I got to admit, because considering people say that's the... Whoa. Oh, I thought that just said something it didn't. Considering that's supposed to be, according to all of the listicles about it, the best Final Fantasy, I thought it was meh at best, to be honest with you. It was okay. Mr. Fox, how did your channel start? I just woke up one morning and it was there. It's been 33 minutes already and that's all I've done. Oh, geez. Got a lot to do. I need rope. Rope. Rope will help. And fences. Fences will help. Fences and rope. Will you ever make highlights of these streams and upload it to your YouTube account? If it's up to me, no, personally, because I don't have time. If I ever get an editor, or if I ever have an editor that I think would be good at doing that sort of things, then yes. But it's not the sort of thing I've got time to do. They take a long time to go through streams and find the funny bits and the good bits and put them together as a reasonable compilation. Believe it or not, that's probably one of the hardest things to edit, is doing stuff like that. So, no. What is the mod for the armor? What, hiding it? I think it's called Show Me Your Skin. I think that's the one I've got. I don't want these to look too uniform. And I also don't want them to get in the way of the train too much. Got to be a bit careful here. No, I don't want you to join together. That's going to be right in the way of the train. There's a raid? Oh, did we get a raid? Oh, Jade! We got a raid from Jade. Hey, Jade, thanks for the raid. It's Jade from Trudy Bedrock. I know them from work. Hey, Mr. Fox, I've been watching you from the first season. I love your video. That's my first time watching your live and seeing your face. Well, there you go. Charad. I'm so glad I could say your name properly then. You're welcome. Amazing. That's my friend from work. Hulk Smash. Stitch Fix. Exactly. Bringing in the trolls and the unicorn farts. Brilliant. That's just what we need here. Amazing. I just don't have enough trolls and unicorn farts in my streams. I'm so glad that they could be brought from Jade. Cheers, Jade. Appreciate it, mate. Smash. How's your day been? Oh, thank you very much for asking. It's been okay. I've been really lazy actually today. I've had an incredibly lazy day. I don't know why. I got up super early, so I did like 3 hours of Minecraft, looked at the clock and it was 9 AM. I'm like, oh, okay. So and I was wondering why I was feeling a bit tired. So then I edited where I'm up to in the next video coming along and sort of fixed a few things, potted about a bit, and before you know it, now I'm live streaming. That's literally all I've done today, which is a very lazy day for me. So it's been a nice lazy day, but it's not been a particularly productive one. Yeah, what? I thought you were 20 or something by the tone of voice. If you don't mind, how old are you? Too old, Wolf. Too old. You don't want to know, honestly. It'll make you sad and it'll make me sad. Let's just not even get into it. Sometimes lazy days needed, says Gio. Absolutely, 100%. Also, hello, Gio. How you doing? It's been a while. Where you been? What you been doing? You've been playing on that Truly Bedrock stuff with them Truly Bedrock peeps doing the Truly Bedrock thing? Tell me it ain't so. Old enough to know better than young enough to try anyway. Yeah, kinda. Thanks. That's basically it, Jade. You're only as old as you act. I'm 4, says I lack of hygiene. Oh, well, if we're going by those rules, I'm very, very, very young. Very young indeed. Probably too young to be streaming. My good been on school holidays so busy. Shoe shopping today, my worst nightmare, says Gio. Not shoe shopping. Oh, man. The last couple of times I went shoe shopping, not for me, but for the kids, they didn't have shoe measurers. 2 shops I went in, and they didn't have, like, the foot measurer, you know, where you stick your... Even just the basic ones, the bit of plastic with the string on that's like, oh, yeah, if your string goes around here, you're a size 5. They didn't have any of those. How do I know? So... yeah, that I didn't like that very much. That was awkward. How do you know if you're getting the right size shoes to fit? So we just stuck any old shoes on them. My youngest was in size 20s. I didn't even know they went up to that size. Like clown feet he had. Well, he got a good laugh at school, so that's all that matters. Absolutely love Foxy's videos and made me find my favourite Minecraft mod ever. So thank you, Mr. Foxy, and carry on the great work, says Alarmed Conch. You're very welcome. As an alarmed conch, do you find that sort of wakes you up from your sort of aquatic slumber, or are you, you know, good at sleeping it off? Are you good at hitting the snooze button? I think these are coming... What do you think, peeps? Is this one looking a bit plain, or is it okay? I might stick a bit of rope in there. Hey Foxy, I'm new to your live streams, but I've watched your Create Mod videos. I started watching when you built the steam train. Love your work. Which steam train? Which one are we talking about? Don't I hope you're not going to be triggering me on the old Nigel Gresley from last season. Because that went down well, didn't it? All the train enthusiasts came out that day. Hands up in the chat if you're a train enthusiast. And when I say hands up, just do the little emoji with the hand up. That's all you need to do. Or just wait like a circle and a stick. What's your favourite Minecraft mod other than Create? It is Carry On, I think. My son is building trains and thanks to your trains, lol, says Gio. Amazing. I'm still following Mitz, says Swoopy Losers. Hey, Swoopy! So many names of people I recognize. I thought you'd all gone and left me, but you're all still here. Just waiting. Just been waiting a year. I love it. Thanks, peeps. Thanks for not abandoning me. Speaking of which, how many people are... Oh, we're doing good on what people watching. This is all right. I'll take that. 145 on Twitch and 339 on YouTube. I think that's probably my best stats I've ever had, which is good considering it's been so long. If you can't read my nickname, it's because I'm from Poland, so you can just call me something else that I can't read. Thanks, Grad. What's the status of your Create server, says Andrew. What do you mean by that? The status is online, I guess. Or do you mean it is... I don't know. I'm going to overthink this one too much and not really understand what you're asking there. And let's I'm going to fill this wall in here because I don't want to see any of this stuff. No, Foxy, I watch your videos every week. They help make Mondays great again, says Swoopy. Monday? I upload on a Sunday, Swoopy. Jeez, what do you mean it's not in the right time zone for you? Get out of bed. What are you doing? You're almost a whole day behind with that attitude. My goodness me. What's the point of me uploading them on a Sunday if you're not even going to watch them till the next day, eh? You're just so selfish, thinking about yourself, self. Just won't do. Mids, can you ban Swoopy, please? I'm kidding. Save them to help with Mondays. Yeah, I think I do the same. It's very rare I watch a video, it doesn't matter who it's from, as soon as it comes out, because you have your time, don't you? You've got your me time when you go, oh, I'm just going to get a little bit of sneaky YouTube in here. So yeah, totally understandable. But also at the same time, very, you know, gut-wrenching it is. Hurts deep down, everywhere. So just think about that when you're watching on a Monday, how much pain I'll be in, knowing that you've just left it. Just left that video there to be forgotten, ignored. But I'm not trying to make you feel bad. For people that don't know in the chat, that haven't seen me stream before, I'm joking. This is my humor. It's a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor. If you don't understand sarcasm, you're really going to struggle with my streams. So I suggest you take a quick, get a college course in sarcasm if possible. If not, maybe Google it. But yeah, it's heavy. It's very heavy, the sarcasm. And I can't help it. It's just how I am. I've tried not being sarcastic. It didn't work. It just made me fall over a lot. And that can be quite painful in itself and dangerous, according to the surgeon that was putting me back together again. So sarcasm is the only way it can be, I'm afraid. Hey guys! You come to see what I've done? It's good, isn't it? Amazing. What do you think is best about it? Have you seen Mr. Beardstone? Is he here? No? Okay. Aliens, this big power. They're not aliens, they're zombies, mate. This is the problem with playing with that brightness mod, is everything looks fine for the video and the stream, but look good. Yeah, this doesn't look ideal, does it? We're going to need lanterns, which means I need to go to a faraway place and go and get myself some lanterns. If sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, then why is it so flipping funny, says Paul. People that say that are people that just don't get sarcasm and are constantly thwarted by it. It's not the lowest form of wit. It's absolutely 100% the highest form of wit. And I stand by that, because quick-witted people, comedians that can just bang straight back at you with some sort of quip, if they're using sarcasm as well at the same time, that's a whole secondary level of thinking. So I think it is the highest form of wit. And anyone that doesn't agree with me, we'll fight about it if you want. Let's take this outside. It's not a problem. My door is open. I'll just walk out there, meet you in the garden, and we'll have a bit of the old fisticuffs. How do you feel about that? Not so smug now, are you? So shut up. It's a joke, guys. I love dark humor like dark coffee, just like sarcasm. Oh, God, you shouldn't have said coffee. I want a coffee now. Trying very hard to drink less coffee at the minute. It's not working. I'm still drinking loads, but I'm trying. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I haven't had many today. But if I was to count how many I'd had, I think I'd be disappointed with the result. I love the way you build houses, says Lausbua. Thank you. Sarcasm in the Foxy stream, unheard of, says the Alien Doctor. Exactly. I think there's a fair amount of sarcasm in my videos, but I wanted them as nuggets so I can make lanterns. But I consciously feel like I'm trying to tone it down in order to not, because a lot of people just don't get it, which is fine. If you don't, if you've not been around it and you don't get it, that's fine. So I think I'm less sarcastic in my videos than I used to be, but I'm probably just deluding myself about that. No, I need more. Don't you understand? I need more. That'll do. That's plenty. That's a lot of lanterns. Let's shove everything else in there. Let's go light up the other place. Your videos are great, a great dopamine source, but you talk too fast and too much energy, says. That's the first time I've ever, genuinely, first time I've ever heard that. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe other people have said I talk fast, but in terms of what I would consider my content compared to other people's content on YouTube, I would say mine's pretty slow and relaxed compared to many others. And certainly, yeah, I wouldn't class myself as a person that has too much energy. Quite the opposite. I'm a fan from Brazil. Love your channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, where are we going to stick these? One there. One there. Stick one there. Hey. No. You nearly pushed me down the hole, bro. Right, that's it. See how you like it. Down you go. Hey, you got out. Ha! I'll show you. I was going to stick one on the wall, like up there, maybe? There's no such thing as too much Foxy energy, says Danger Man. My intros were a little bit much, I think. I've knocked them on the head. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the last few videos I did, I was sort of experimenting. One video with like a crazy intro, one without, one with, one without, and it makes absolutely no difference to the retention at the beginning of my videos, which was a genuinely surprise to me. I thought it would make a big difference, but it didn't. So, and considering they often take as long as the actual video to edit just to do those crazy intros, not always, but sometimes, I thought, yeah, save myself some time and effort and calm it down a bit for the intros. And it hasn't made any negative effect, which is good. I need to get all that other junk out now that I had. Jeez, so much junk. Oh, I didn't get that one. There we go. Plenty of junk now. I can put the brightness back up, confuse myself again when some more monsters come and get me, and then go back and put some more lanterns in. Kind of think a track leading to a collapsed mine section would look very cool. Yeah, what I'm not going to do, there's loads of stuff I could do with this to make this look like ridiculously good. But it's so big, and realistically, I've got so little time to do it. We're just going to keep it as simple as possible. Which you might be disappointed with. You might be thinking, well, you know, the potential is there, and you're not, you know, you're not meeting the potential of the potential plan that you could be doing, and it could be really good. Tough. When you get the world download, if you're a YouTube member or patron, you can go and add all of those things in and then send me pictures on my Discord, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I could have done that. That'd have been good. But I'm not. For a couple of reasons. One is, like I say, I don't have the time. The other, it won't make any difference to the views I get on my videos. I won't get any clicks at all for a video that says I made a really nice looking mineshaft. Whereas if I say I built a big old farm in this mineshaft, I'm gonna get all the views, bro. That's how it works. My kids like your mailbox intro. My mailbox intro? They love the Roxy intro when she was there, and then she was gone, so you were able to keep the kids' attention. Oh, yeah. With the quests. Yeah, I was enjoying that as well. It wasn't as well received as I'd have liked by everybody, but the plan was always for, I mean, the reason Roxy existed was for her to go missing, which was a bit of a shame, because I think it did add like a fun little dynamic, something to play off sometimes if the video needed a little bit of filler. Not that I'd ever put filler content in, peeps. I'm better than that. But, yeah, it's just how it's gone, really. That bit look okay? I think that bit looks okay. Oh, I haven't got any fences in it. Looks awful. Why are you telling me it's okay? Will she make a comeback, says Heron Meat. Well, the way my brain works is to go, hey, I've got this really cool idea for the beginning of a series, and here's my idea for the end of the series. And then the rest of it I make up as I go along to fit how things progress. Because generally speaking, most of my videos, the progression is relatively natural. I won't necessarily, I mean, I'll plan out an area, the kind of things that I want to build in it, but I won't necessarily have an overall plan of what it's going to look like, where it's going to be, how it'll adapt, things like that. So my honest answer is, at this point, I don't know. We might see her again before the end. I've got an idea of what the end is going to be, like I said, although that may well change. I'm not 100% sure. But so all I can say to that is we'll see. I'd hope so, because it was quite fun. But then I'd need to come up with something new in order to get to the ending I've got in mind. Yeah, that's all right there, actually. I don't mind that. Can we get a Sir Nigel Gresley schematic? You can. All you need to do is be a Patreon or YouTube member at any level, and you can get my previous World download, and you can go and make as many schematics of Sir Nigel as you like, mate. I think, did I put one on my Discord? I don't know if I did for Nigel. I've only ever put a couple of schematics on my Discord. I'm just realising now that all this floor needs fixing as well. This is very plain cobblestone floor. I think I'm going to do that last. I think I'll get all of this stuff in and then do that last. Not going to lie, when you first brought Roxy onto the scene, I thought maybe your wife would be playing as her at some point. I don't have a wife. Difficult to do that. I mean, I could go out and get a wife and ask them, you know, to play Roxy, but I think getting a wife in order for them to play a character that's existing is probably not the best way to go around finding, you know, a life partner. So... no. Thought you did. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Not your fault. Most people of my age probably would have a wife or partner. I just haven't been lucky in that respect. Or maybe I have. I don't know. Depends how what you think about marriage, I suppose. But we're not going to get into that because that's a way too deep and meaningful conversation for a first stream back. Gotta commit to the show, man. Do what you're gonna do. Well, get married so that I can have someone controlling Roxy. Is that what you meant by that, or did you mean something else? Because if so, I will take that as the comedic joke that I think it is. How many gap are we gonna have here? I think we should go there, and we'll do another one that goes both ways. So we'll go across here. Sadly, I have to go. It's late night, around 2100 hours, and I have to watch my mother's small spazzer. Your mother's... Okay. Okay. That's what you gotta do. Always had higher talent on Fiverr. Does any of you think that Roxy needs to be played by someone? And also, I find that insulting. A lot of you won't have ever seen my pre-create content, but a lot of that, particularly early on, was me playing several different characters all at once, quite successfully, I'll have you know. And so yeah, the thought of needing to hire somebody to move a mouse and keyboard while I do silly voices, an embarrassment. That's what that comment was. You are the perfect Rugsy, says Silver Twin Fins. Bring back Big Chicken. No. No. That guy. There's been so few accidents since he's been here. It's nice. Is this the point where we ask for Mr. and Big Chicken to return? You can ask all you want. You can ask us until you're blue in the face, my friend. But I don't think it's going to make any difference. How do you make villagers nod when you want them to? Oh man. Okay, that's going to need a lot of hands up in the chat to give away those secrets. So, like, if you want to see how I make those morons do the moron things, then I'm going to need at least 50 hands up in the chat. And that's doable because 146 of you on 46 on Twitch and 343 in YouTube. I'm not counting them. Mates, mates, can you count all of the hands up in the chat, please, and see if we got 50 completely unique and not people saying the same thing twice, please, mates? I mean, it looks already like we're almost there, but I'm not sure. Should I spoil things? Should I go behind the movie magic on my live stream? I don't think I should. Just spoiling it for you all. You'll all be like, oh, that's how he does it. I'm not watching this junk anymore. That's a lot of hands, but they all are all from Loritis C. So I'm only counting one of them. Put 2 up, does it count? No, only 1. In fact, 2 cancels the first one out. So yeah, you're actually, you know, doing everyone a disservice with that one, mate. Have you counted yet, mates? Miss is like, oh, I've gone off to get a coffee. BRB after the count's in. I think it's safe to say that's probably more than 50 at this point. So I'll just get this little area plumbed in, and then we'll go and play with the morons. Jeez. Not gonna like it though. You'll call me a cheat. You'll call me a fraud. You'll call me all of the things. Oh, you're cheating in survival. Yeah. Do you know how those idiots got there? I summoned them in with commands. Now, how do you feel about me? I'm a fake. I'm a big old fraud. Unsubscribe now. 84.6 hands up, says Rob. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate the accuracy there. Very, very useful. Fake and fraud. I expected better, says Doomsday Doc. I told you go behind the scenes. You see the movie magic, and that's it. Just instantly like, nah, I'm not watching this junk anymore. That guy, he needs to be cancelled. He told me that was survival, and he's used a command. He would never. He did it. I see him do it on the internet, mate. Count 46 from different people on YouTube, says Lydia. Only 46? Oh, no. I think Rob's accidentally doubled up his maths then. I'll go with Lydia's because that's more favourable for me. Of course, I don't want to give away the movie magic. Oh, I can hear that skeleton trying to get back out of his hole again. Hey, that's not where I wanted you. Creative in Minecraft, sure, so use it. People edit out so much, so who cares? No, I don't ever use creative. I will admit I use spectator mode sometimes because, like, you're sat there AFK by a farm. Rather than just building a little box for yourself, I just go, boop, I'm in spectator mode, go make a cup of tea, come back on spectator mode, which works at any farm that doesn't require the player present for things like crops to grow. So that I use. I'm not going to lie about that because why not? I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't do. If I'm not there, I'll just end up dead. And really, as you've seen in my videos, being dead isn't an issue in this game because I got graves and stuff. So it's just a time-saving thing. But no, not creative. No, you go into that rabbit hole, and then it's a very difficult rabbit hole to get back out of because it's like, oh, I'll just go and creative for this. Oh, I lost all my stuff and I'm running short on time and I got to get a video out. I'll just go and creative for that. Nah, slippery slope. You can't do it. Can't do it, bro, as a content creator. And if anyone ever saw you because if you don't clear the chat, and I go to, I cleared it. But yeah, if I went into spectator and then came out and cleared the chat, and I forgot to clear the chat and didn't recorded the clip, and someone sees anything to do with creative, that's it, you've had it. So there's no point. Don't do it. There's a hotkey for spectator. There isn't a hotkey for creative. I need this material, yank, yank, yank. No survival work, then why play survival? Exactly. Hate going into creative, it kills my momentum, says Hero Nest. Exactly. I'm glad we're all on the same wavelength with that one. No, creative, pointless. Like, even with spectator mode, there is a temptation there sometimes to just like, oh, I'll just fly back up to the top instead of getting the elevator. And that's a hard temptation to ignore. So imagine if I was in creative mode, I'd be evil. I'd be really bad. And that's how my channel started. Really, one of my first few storyline things were about the fact that I used creative mode too much in my normal play. That was before I was making videos, and I had these guys that basically kidnapped me from my world and made me play in survival in order to get out of the habit. So I know my limitations. I know where I'm at. Which is why I like modded, because it's practically creative mode anyway without the... Hey, no falling out of walls. What have I told you about that? Ow, can't get me now. Is Stam here? Stam's here. Hey, Stam, how you doing, buddy? I wasn't cheating, Stam. They made me do it. I didn't really. We're just talking about not cheating. How you doing, bud? Would the ceiling suit some scoria or something for dark? Nah, I'm just going to keep it really simple because it honestly goes on forever. Let me walk you around it now. It goes on forever and ever and ever. and I just don't have the patience or the time to do it all fancy. So it's just going to be simple. It goes that. I mean, this is my cobblestone generator, and that's at the top. Look at me then. 3 more years, says Pickles. What's 3 more years for? What am I waiting for now? And it's not my place to say, but maybe you could add some create blocks like Ocram to make it look like a tunnel boring machine. Hit a pocket of different blocks. Yeah, again, Mr. P Buns. Bun Buns. Mr. P Bun Buns. I like it. I haven't got the time. And this is the big slope that goes all the way down to the elevator at the bottom. But even this goes around a big old corner. So it's just gonna, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Just for time and for the fact that realistically, as a Minecraft content creator that's, you know, limited amount of videos, knowing what the people watching my videos are interested in, it really doesn't make a great deal of difference what the walls of the mine look like. Like a chant, 3 more years, 3 more years. I don't get it, Pickles. What's the wacky orange ore? It's thorium. It's from one of the create add-ons I haven't explored yet. I think it might be create new age. I'm not sure. Anyway, these idiots. I promised you I'd show you how they work, to show you behind the movie magic. They are just an entity that looks like a villager. If you click on them, there are some options. You can change their biome. You can change their profession. You can change their name. You can decide whether the name tag is hidden. If I give it AI, it should wander about and do stuff. Maybe, possibly, if it's not broken. I did this mod really fast just to add them into the video, so there's quite possibly things wrong with it. In the AI mode, there's certain blocks that it would consider a bar, certain blocks it will consider a dance floor and go over to it and dance on, and certain blocks it will consider a chair and go and sit on. I can TP it to a block, I can TP it to sit on a block, and I can TP to sleep somewhere. And I can also set the BPM that it dances at as well. So, you know, if I want them to bop faster, I can change the beats per minute to make it fit with the music a little bit. But in order to get them to nod, I need to run a command, which is idiot. This one I'm looking at there, nod head. There you go. And then shake head. So what I would do in a video is I'd come up to this idiot. I'd ask him a question while moving my mouse, then keep my mouse still, run the command, and then I can move my mouse again. And I just cut out the bit where the command's on screen. So there you go. You've seen behind the magic. You've seen behind the curtain. That's how I do it. And you're worried we call you a cheater, silly Foxy says. I was only kidding. I don't think you called me a cheater for that. If you did, you need your head testing, my friend. No offense. No offense, of course. Balrog exited the chat without opening with a dad joke, said Striker. Is Balrog here? Oh, all the old favourites are back. It's just like old times. It's like the last year hasn't even happened. Where did it go? I'm your biggest fan, says Chaos Gaming. I think other people in the chat might argue with you about that. So, you know, if you want to not have people come around your house and give you a good old beating up, you keep that to yourself, buddy. Can you start a create SMP? Come and see your video about create mod SMP, so it will happen. I would love to. I would absolutely love to be part of a create SMP with the create YouTubers. That would be fantastic. But there's a couple of things. Is most of the create YouTubers I know have like full-term series, and they put a lot of time and effort into it, and putting in that amount of effort into your own videos as well as an SMP is a big ask to ask anyone. That's one of the reasons I can't do it. It's because I don't have the time just making the videos I make. The other, yeah, that needs to go up a block. The other reason is create YouTubers are going to probably be the most likely people to do everything at a massive scale in order to bring in their views for their videos. So you would need a horrendously good server to keep up with all of the stuff that's going on there in order to make those videos not laggy and not awkward and not difficult. Which, I mean, you can pay for the best server in the world, but the best server, unfortunately, the way Java Edition works is it's sort of, once you get to a point, doesn't matter how much RAM or CPU you throw on it, it really doesn't improve it all that much. So it's a very difficult thing to juggle. So the only way you could really do it successfully for a decent amount of time would be to add a whole bunch of limitations onto the people playing. Say, oh yeah, you know, do you want to join this YouTuber SMP, but you can't build big old things in case it lags everyone out. And I don't think that's a good footing to start on. So I would join one if there was one going and see how it went, but I haven't been invited, and that's the reason I haven't attempted to start one at this point, is because I just think you're asking for trouble. I like Bedrock much more than Java, less laggy, says Pebbles. Not necessarily the case. Totally depends on your systems and your servers. Java Edition is actually much better at hosting vanilla wise way bigger servers than Bedrock Edition. But Bedrock Edition itself, yes, it's a very optimized game, has been made so to run on mobile devices and things like that, but it ain't so good at the whole multiplayer thing. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. We need another Beardy Foxy crossover. Tell him then. I've been ringing him every day, and all he keeps saying to me is, stop ringing me, I'm at Gamescom. And I find that very rude. I'm like, I need another Beardy Foxy collab. Someone in my stream next week is going to ask that. And what am I going to tell them? And he just says, stop ringing me while I'm on holiday. And I just find that unreasonable. Is there a wireless storage mod on your world? I think it may. Yeah, I've got AE2. That will be probably coming later down the line. I do like AE2, but once you've got AE2, speaking of, we were talking about creative mode earlier, it just makes everything very creative mode. And that's kind of what killed my last series for me, to be honest with you, was just how easy all of a sudden I just had access to everything. I didn't need to go back to my workshop. I didn't need to go back to my storage area. And it kind of just made the whole thing feel a little bit like, oh, you know, he's kind of taking the fun out of things. So that's sort of an end game thing. I've got plans for the very last area that I'm going to be building in this world, and it's going to be a big old area, and it'll have all of that sort of fun stuff in it as well. There is a Bedrock create mod that's pretty good, says Pup Gamer. There isn't. I've seen the one you're talking about, and I gotta say, hats off to the people that made it, because they've done a decent job. But it's if you're comparing that to create mod, you couldn't be a million miles further away. It's not even close. There's some really cool features in it. I'd definitely play it if I was on Bedrock Edition. If I couldn't play Java, I'd 100% be playing with that, because I think it's awesome. I think it's probably a big old laggy mess, because having made lots of Bedrock Edition add-ons and packs myself, I can't imagine how they've done it without just making it a horrendous laggy mess. But I still think it looks really fun. But it ain't create mod. Not even close, bro. Greetings, Master Fox of No Tails. Deeply stupid or stupidly deep question, or just curiosity. How do you deal with progression paralysis? Have you ever experienced that? Can you be a bit more specific? Do you mean in life, in game, in terms of YouTube as a content creator? Where's your what do you mean? Foxy, you should use a simple storage network or Tom storage. I've got it. As I just said, I don't want to do any sort of big old combined storage systems at this point, because there will be a lot of areas that we build in this world that are not very close to each other, and the only way to do that efficiently would be with a big old wireless storage system like AE2, and I don't want to add that until right at the end, because it will just zap all the fun out of the world for me. And if I'm not having fun, you're not going to be having fun watching them. I love the mod, don't get me wrong. Building an AE2 system is fantastic. I really enjoy it. But once you've got it, it's just like, oh, I got everything now. I don't need anything anymore. That's it for me. That's killing the Ender Dragon for me. Is what should be the end of the game, you know? What happened to your tail? Oh, if you go back far enough in my channel, I think it was my 100th video or my 100th subscriber special. I can't remember. I did a whole video about it back in the olden days when I used to do story videos. It had funny characters in it. I think it was a relatively funny, although quite weird story. So yeah, feel free to go and check it out. But I ain't going to explain it on a live stream because it's a long story and it's very weird out of context. Very, very weird. The idiots have already requested Foxy create an intercity item transport network so he can't use wireless to Striker. I'm glad you remembered that because I nearly forgot that. Thank you, Striker. Yes, exactly. So I can't use it anyway. So there you go. I'm glad someone's been paying attention. Have you thought of destroying the End Island and building something there? Could be cool. I don't know. That could happen in this series. To be honest with you, in the last series, I didn't go to the end. I think I killed the Ender Dragon just so I could make a wither farm underneath the End Island. I have absolutely no plans or need to go to the end in this one. However, this does have the better end mod in it, so I kind of like to go and just see what it looks like at least. But I don't know. There just really isn't any need or requirement to build in the end, and unless there's like an interesting reason to do so, why bother just because it's there? I don't know. Roxy needs to be in the end to be rescued, says Jonathan. That could happen. I haven't actually got to the point in my planning on how that's going to happen, so that could be a thing. It's not impossible. In game, Minecraft specifically, like when you know what you want to do but you can't get going for various reasons, like not knowing when to start, feeling like it's too much. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That happens. That happens to me a lot. That's happened to me with this building that's coming up in the next video. I had to take a couple of days break with it because I just really couldn't get my creative juices flowing for it. And I'm okay with it. I'm not the happiest I've ever been with a building design. If you're a content creator, you kind of don't have a choice. You just got to get stuck in and do it. If you're just playing for fun, then take some time off. Go and take some time to chill out. Come up with some other ideas for other things, see where your brain goes, or just break it into bite-sized chunks. Think about what is it, why am I building it, what is it for, what's the purpose of it, does it need to be as big as I'm planning on doing it, does it need to be this shape, what's it going to be going inside it, or do what I often do sometimes, which is like the reverse build all the things you need on the inside first and then put the building around it, and then that kind of forces you to be a bit more creative with the building layout. Are the giant mosquitoes going to be in the nether? No, that was last season. There's none of those in this mod pack. Foxy, are you interested in Minecraft Live or are you over vanilla for a while? Oh, I'll absolutely 100% be watching it, Pickles. I mean, I still love Minecraft. I want to see what they've got planning next. Minecraft Live itself as a show, probably one of the most awful productions that exist on the internet in terms of trying to generate hype for a game, but it's all we got. So yeah, I'll probably be watching it. Good to see you streaming again. Love your create series, says Mimir. Hey, another familiar face. Thank you. Right, we need to turn the lights off and see where I need to put some torches. Oh, it's dark. Where's my torches gone? Lanterns. Yep, them at all. We're going to need a wall one here. They're all slabs. That's a slab. Oh, where's the not a slab? Is that not a slab? That's a slab. Oh, that's not a slab. We'll have one there. That's the slab. They're all. No, there we go. And yes, I know I can hang them from the ceiling. I know that. I'm not silly. Jeez. The end, tourist destination for the idiots. They will need holidays after all. We could get the idiots to go on holiday in the end, I suppose. That could be a thing. Poor idiots. If you've watched my my video on making my storage mod, you'll know I use ChatGPT a little bit when I get stuck with modding, and like, because I never modded before I started doing all of these mods, so I kind of didn't even know where to start. So whilst ChatGPT is not the best thing in the world for making mods, it does make a lot of mistakes. It at least knows what you're supposed to do. So I was asking it a lot of questions about the idiots, having never made an entity before, and I found it quite funny. Like, sharing my code with it in order for it to like read it and tell me where I'd gone wrong when everything was written as idiots, like the idiot command or the idiot function. And like, it didn't have a problem with it at all. It absolutely 100% knew what I was trying to do. But to me, it was like kind of weird. What PC do you have that can run Create well? A very good one. One I built myself. Unfortunately, it's not something I can give you a link to because I basically, whenever I get a PC, I do it 100% myself. I go, what components do I need? What components do I want? What's the best one for the job that I need to do? And I put together a list of specifications, buy the parts I need, and then do it myself. And touch wood, fingers crossed, I haven't had many issues. A few like weird things with some motherboards playing up a bit strangely, but I think that was just an unlucky pick of the draw job rather than it just being put together wrong. Would a normal computer with no PC handle Create? That's like saying, would a dog that's not a dog be a dog? Yeah, the words that you just said, they don't work together. You can get it on Apex Gaming PC, says Danger Man, who apparently works for Apex Gaming, I would imagine, by the strength of his message there. Well, it entirely depends on your PC. If it runs Minecraft, it'll work in a varying condition, though. Yeah, the more powerful your PC is, generally, the more mods you can throw at it. But as I've argued with people before, the number of mods, or the mod itself, doesn't necessarily mean you need a decent computer. It's how you use the mods. Like, Create mod will run on a potato if you never place any blocks in the game and don't build any farms. But as soon as you start building things that require a lot of processing power, then you're going to start running into big old problems if you don't have a good PC. So it's like, if you don't have a brilliant PC or computer and you want to play these things, just like play them at a lower level than what you've seen people playing them on the internet and get used to them. And if you really like it and you think it's great and you can afford to, or you've got a birthday coming up, maybe save up for some more components so you can improve it a bit and get a bit of a better experience out of it. I mean, I could play Create with my computer because I don't own a PC. A computer is a PC. But PC stands for personal computer. That's why I don't understand your message. I'm not trying to be awkward, bro. But you're giving me mixed signals here. I don't know how to handle it. Do you mean laptop, says Pup Gamer. Ah, yeah, maybe they mean laptop. Good thinking. Foxy Brain is like a computer. It can be overloaded with information. It often is overloaded with information, even when I'm not thinking about anything. Foxy, you should build a museum for the dragon egg and use the better end blocks. If there's a reason for that to come up, I'm not against it, but I don't ever normally see a reason for a museum. I know a lot of people build museums in worlds, and I've got nothing against them. But for me personally, I'm not really into museums all that much, and I don't really see a need to build one in Minecraft. So it's probably a fun thing to do, like on a single-player world when you go around collecting everything. But that's really not the aim of this game. For me, for this series, it's not to go around collecting everything. So kind of don't really see much point in doing it, to be honest. How did you start learning Create, and do you have any tips for learning Create mod? I started watching Mr. Beardstone's videos I thought, wow, that looks really good fun. I'm going to watch a whole bunch of videos on Create. I'm going to download it. I'm going to start playing it and fiddling with it. And within a few days, I knew enough to start my own series and work through it. So, but I've got a curious mind when it comes to these sorts of things. I fiddle with stuff. I have to learn. I need to figure it out. Not everybody's like that. Some people just prefer a thing to be there in front of them and for that thing to just do the thing that they want it to do without them having to figure it out. And if that's you, don't feel bad about it. That's just how some people are. Maybe Create's not for you. But if you just want to, learn Create, just watch a whole bunch of YouTubers play it, pick up some ideas, download it, play it yourself, and see how it goes. You also started Create because of Mr. Beardstone. I did. Or are you saying you did? As if so. Maybe he's having some weird brainwashing effect on all of us, and maybe we should do something about it. I started because of you, Foxy, says Truaxo. Thank you. The Ponder system does help learn Create too. It does, but to be honest, myself included, add-on makers are not ever so good at implementing it. So some of the better add-ons do, but like Create itself, it's pretty good. But it's also only pretty good if you've got a basic understanding of how these things might work in the first place. It's not ever so self-explanatory, always. It can be. Sometimes it's brilliant, depending on what you're trying to do, but it's not always great. Raise your hand if you started because of Mr. Beardstone. Said, hey, you, stop advertising Mr. Beardstone. I don't want anyone else to think he exists. How dare you? No, go for it. I'll tell you who's really good to watch for Create. It goes into a lot of detail. I haven't watched any survival, but Polar does a whole bunch of like, hey, this new mod's out and this is how it works. And that's how I learned about Steam and Rails and things like that. So yeah, check them out. If you want to learn how to build crazy things that cover up all of your crazy Create stuff, then watch Stam. Stam's just some sort of weird genius when it comes to placing blocks in Minecraft. Not 100% sure how they do it. Pretty sure they're AI. And if you're still there, Stam, yeah, I think you're AI. Don't take offense, but you must be. I don't understand how else it can be possible. Is there going to be more Bedrock add-on stuff anytime soon? Okay, so my Bedrock add-ons, I put an announcement out in my Discord the other day. So now that the marketplace is open to add-ons, and because I've spent years of people moaning at me that they can't get my add-ons on console or mobile, I am trying my best to get as many as the add-ons as I can that are suitable for the marketplace. Bear in mind, there are a lot of restrictions about what add-ons you can put on the marketplace and how they can work that you won't know about, that I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you about, but basically it makes making add-ons for the marketplace very difficult because they have to fill in a whole bunch of different criteria effectively. So I'm going to do my best to get my popular ones on there. And my markers pack, which was a resource pack, which is now an add-on, should be out. I don't know if it came out today or if it's out next Tuesday onto the marketplace. So that's already going out. I'm going to be working on mob heads and mini blocks next, although I'm not sure that they are suitable in terms of the requirements and whether or not they'll pass. If they won't pass, because I'll have done the work to try and get them on there anyway, I will throw those onto my website as an update, but don't expect like continual updates and stuff of them. One of the advantages of putting them on the marketplace is because of the rules and regulations, they have to be pretty much in a position where you very rarely need to update them. Which is why I stopped updating my add-ons on Bedrock Edition in the first place, is because I was just sick of Bedrock Edition just changing so much so regularly that it just, every single update would either completely break or affect my add-ons in some way that I just needed to constantly be developing them, which just became really irritating because it's so unstable. And even things that shouldn't break do break because they keep introducing more bugs, because they keep adding more parity. So yeah, if I can get them on the marketplace, great. If not, then I'll see what I can do. But it's going to be a really slow process. Like, to get my markers pack on there, I uploaded that to the marketplace 2 months ago, and it only just got authorized to go through last week. So don't expect it to happen quickly, and I can only do one at once as well. There's a limit to 1 a month per partner, so there's no point in me just rushing ahead and start developing them all at once and then going, oh, I'll stick them on my website for now, because the other problem is if they're on the marketplace, I can't host them on my website for free as well, because that's against the marketplace terms and conditions. So they can only be in one place, which sucks for anybody running a server with my add-ons, because that means they won't be able to use them on servers. But I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, I can't have it all ways. I can only have it one way or the other. And for years we've had it so that you could have them on servers and not on console and phone, and now we're going to be having it so it's the other way around. And I think that's fair. And it also means I get paid for it as well, because you might be asking, oh, are you going to put them on there for free? Well, I'm not allowed to, because you can only do that if you're an official Minecraft partner like Disney or Lego or somewhere like that. And the other thing is, even if I could, I wouldn't, because it's about darn time I got paid for my hard work on those things. So otherwise I wouldn't bother keeping developing them. I'd just give them away and be like, hey, someone else deal with this if you want to. If not, you know, they're dead. So that's the state of those, which you might consider selfish, and if you do, that's fine, but then you're a bit of an entitled... Where's my beep button? One of them. You're one of them. Okay? FoxyNoTail, how dare you? I dare. Don't push me, bro. Do they allow you to create them and shelf them to sit on for later approval? Yes, but as I just said, Bedrock Edition changes so frequently that there's no point in me just developing them all for them to potentially change in the next update. So I might as well only develop them to when I know I'm able to put them up there. You definitely deserve to get paid for them, says Beckanoid. There won't be much, and I'll get very little from them, but, you know, I'd rather get that than nothing at all. I'm not going to be putting them on, like, full price, crazy mega money add-ons, because realistically, each add-on's very, very small in itself, so they'll probably be at the cheapest tier. But just to get something from them would be nice after all these years. I think in total, my downloads, my add-ons as a whole have generated over 2 million downloads at this point. And that's great. It's lovely that they've been so popular and everybody's enjoyed them so much. But I don't get nothing for that other than headache of people asking me to update them. £500 per add-on, says Long Coach. No, a little bit more than that. Jeez, I'm not cheap. Jeez, no, I don't know. I can't remember what the cheapest tier is on the marketplace for add-ons, but it'll probably be that one. Like I say, they're not big add-ons, which is one of my worries of why they won't add them on. I'm amazed they allowed my Marcus Pack one to go on, actually. In fact, they didn't at first. I actually had to argue with them for quite some time to get them to approve it, but I won't go into that because I probably shouldn't. But yeah. Can you join Charles's Create SMP? I haven't been invited. I didn't know he was doing one, and I can't really just go around asking people, hey, can I play on your game? That's not really appropriate conduct. If he invites me, yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not? But I can't imagine him feeling like he needs to invite me. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have done. Thing you've got to remember about Charles, he's brilliant, but he's a much younger person than I am, and the sort of people he hangs around with are clearly of a younger age. I don't think he'd want Grandad on there with him. You know, spoiling his fun. Are you winning, son? I'd be saying to him constantly. Do you even read Twitch messages? Says someone on Twitch. Nope. I'm trying. I've got combined chat. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. The chat's very small. There's a lot of it coming through. I'm doing my best, whilst also randomly placing blocks in the world and trying not to make a complete pig's ear of my mineshaft. I'm trying. What's your thought process when choosing what to automate? My thought process is, if I need it and it can be automated, I will try and automate it, but only within reason. If it can be automated, but it's sort of a bit of a, oh, it can, but actually, you know, there's this to take into consideration and that to take into consideration. Like, you know, it's a bit of a, a bit of a bodgy way to do it, then I just don't see the point. Like, I don't see the point in, everyone says, oh, why don't you build that cobblestone generator that uses that glitch that Tango did? And I'm like, well, because it's a glitch. I don't want to build something that uses a glitch unless I guess it's fun and new and interesting, but it already exists out there. People have already seen it. There's no value to me then bringing that to my world. But if it's something that doesn't need automating, like something that's really just easy to get or something I got way too much of, then I don't see any point in automating it. Which is, that's basically my rules on how I do things. We won't write our messages in German. Okay, good. Thank you. What's your favourite build you've made in your Create series so far? That would 100% be, on this series, my little farm village in the sort of second phase of this series. I loved that. I was really impressed with myself with those buildings. I really liked them. There's a kind of weird, couple of weird lines where the roofs meet the buildings, but there's not a lot I can do about that really with the Mickle's roof mod. But other than that, I was really happy with those. Very impressed with my little self. And I don't ever normally feel like that about my builds. So that, yeah. What's your favourite? How old are you? I can't tell you that. You can't ask that question. How dare you? How rude. In your last version, you said rucksack instead of backpack. Are you trying to learn German? No, the rucksack is quite a common thing to call a backpack in England. That's what my family's always called them. That's what we called them at school. It's very, that backpack, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just where I live in England, but I think backpack is quite an American term, which is obviously becoming more and more of the common British language now, the American terminology. But yeah, for me, it was always a rucksack. Don't forget your rucksack. Don't forget your school rucksack. Get your rucksack. Put these things in your rucksack. So I have to be quite consciously thinking about it to call it a backpack, because it's not for me. We call it a book bag here, says Jojo Gaming. Yeah, well, when you was at school, you probably didn't have to carry like the entire planet in your rucksack like you did at my school. Times have changed. my book bag, my rucksack was so heavy, you know, I had to get 3 strong men to lift it for me everywhere. It's a good job I was incredibly rich. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have been able to go to school. That's a joke, by the way, just in case. Just putting that out there. Kids really go home with homework now. I know it's awful. I keep saying to mine, like, why is your bag so light? Why is all your homework? And they're like, oh, I do it on the computer. And they go on the computer for like 5 minutes and they're done. I'm like, what? I used to sit for 2 hours a night doing homework. Probably because I wasn't very good at it, but still, took me a long time. How you do it so fast? Any plans to make more Block Update podcast episodes? Nope. No. I think one of the reasons why I wanted to start live streaming again, because people keep asking me, am I going to start live streaming again? And I was kind of a bit against it. But I'm feeling at the moment that I've got enough time to do it. And one of the reasons I thought, yeah, live stream is because people can ask me all of the questions they would like answered that I would normally have gone through on the podcast anyway. The podcast, I really did enjoy doing the podcast, but it was a massive time sink out of my week. And something that every sort of episode as it started going on, I look forward to less and less and less. And I don't want to not look forward to doing something that people enjoy, because then it's just going to come across as me as miserable and moody. So, no, feel free to ask as many podcast-esque questions as you would like. Well, they don't even have to be podcast related, but yeah, I'll answer as many as I can here in live stream land. For the Shells Create SMP, it says calling all content creators, not invitations. Oh, right. Okay. Is it a new announcement he's made then? Because honestly, I had no idea it even existed. You made a video in which you complained about Let's Do Brewery couldn't create a compatibility mod between them with the ingredients. I did indeed. Yes. Thank you very much for reminding me that I made that video. Was there a question in there? I'm sorry if there was. I didn't see one. The word rucksack has military oranges they built to carry a lot of weight over the time. Okay. Will you be putting up a time lapse of this mineshaft being built? I might do. I was thinking about that earlier because I'm not recording what I'm doing, and the live stream replays from Twitch are normally like really awful. Although I'm streaming to YouTube as well, but again, I don't really want to put me and my face on my YouTube videos, and I'd have to crop in quite a lot to remove my face from it. So yeah, I have got replay mod going. There's also create tipsy and dizzy. All right, okay. Hey, Scott! Woo! Thank you very much, Scott. Been loving your videos. You and Mr. Beardstone are hilarious together. Thanks for the content. You're very welcome. $10. Appreciate it. Wow. You guys are generous. Half of your generosity I haven't even seen because my sound alerts are not working. I only noticed that one because that came up like really big and yellow right in my face on the other screen. So thank you very much. I just happened to be looking there at the right time. Just put a foxy animated fox there dancing, lol. What? Oh, right, over my face. Why don't you use face camming videos, if you don't mind me asking? It's just another level of complexity that really doesn't make any difference to the videos. I won't get any more views for adding my face in there than I would just making videos without it. And the extra effort to put that in is insane, because you've got not only all of your cam footage, but then you've got to try and line that up with what you were doing in video, which means, you know, syncing up all of the audio together, cutting and out whole extra set of video stuff. It's not a quick and simple thing to do. And like I said, whoa, why is my mouse going funny again? I don't think it would add anything. I don't think it would bring me in new viewers. I don't think it would make the videos any more engaging or interesting. Found you through Mr. Beardstone. Can't decide who I like watching better. You both have amazing content. Well, that's all you need to know, Fourth Wasp. We do not need to be compared as long as you like us both. I'm not saying you don't have to. If you want to have a favourite, go for it. But yeah, I'm just happy that you like both of us, because Mr. Beardstone's content is absolutely fantastic. And for me to feel like I'm even in the same ballpark as him is wonderful. So I appreciate that comment. Weird question. Do you have any posture tips for gaming? Don't buy a gaming chair, buy an office chair. But gaming chairs are awful, awful things designed to look good, and they're not comfortable in my opinion. They're seriously not good for your back. Even the ones that claim to be ergonomic are not. Buy an office chair. Office chairs have been around for hundreds of years at this point, are designed for being sat on for a long time in an office. They will support you a lot better. They'll be a whole bunch more comfortable. I don't like sitting with my feet down. I have to have my feet up, which either means I cross my legs or I've got a little stool in front of my chair that I put my feet on, and that helps me sit up straighter as well. It's just sort of, I don't do it on purpose, it's just sort of an advantage of having a stool. So maybe try something like that if you're finding yourself slouching. Having a footstool there to stop your feet from sliding out under your desk might be a good thing to do. But other than that, just being conscious of it. Maybe like set a little timer on your phone to go off every 5-10 minutes to remind you to sit up straight. And just try and make it a habit. It's very easy to not be in the habit of that. Wow, I'm getting some seriously weird jittering stuff going on over here. I think it's my mouse. What kind of features would you love to see added to the Create mod in the future? That's a good question. I made the mistake of getting a gaming chair. Definitely regretted it. Got a new office chair not long after, says Beckanoid. Yeah. Good. Now, that's one of those things where when I'm playing it, you know, and I'll be doing something and I go, oh, I wish they had that in Create. But then I can't remember what it is afterwards. To be honest with you, I think it's a really well-rounded mod pack. I know we've got loads of add-ons and stuff in there, but just on its own, it's very good. I think, as much as I've made my Create storage mod for it, it was never intended to be a public mod or a replacement for anything. It was just because there wasn't storage drawers in the game and I wanted to use it in my videos. So a decent storage solution for Create would be fantastic. Create's great, and the fact that it's all belts and pulleys and, you know, moving contraptions and things is fantastic, but realistically it's one of those things that looks nice on the tin, but in reality can just be a big old laggy mess. So I think it would be great if the Create peeps could take that into account and give us alternatives. So there isn't just, no, you have to transfer everything from a belt to a to an item vault, if you know what I mean. So that would be nice. A decent, proper, official storage system. I would like more power options. Wind, there's obviously at the moment there's wind, water, steam, and that's it really, isn't it? Unless I'm forgetting something. And I think it would be nice if there was a couple of different options there as well, like more advanced stuff that you could do, or different ways of dealing with steam. I don't know. What are you saying? Same 2 mitts. I'd love to see better diesel power from Create. The diesel engines mod, I think, is genuinely one of my favorites, even though I did that video on it saying it was rubbish. They like immediately updated it, not because of my video, but like days after I did that video. And it's genuinely one of my favorite add-ons because it really does add a level of flexibility you can't get in Create. And it just makes like there's a whole new route to go down, like generating diesel. Whereas things like Create New Age, I've got it in this one, but I'm not interested in it. The whole turning power into electricity and then back into power, it's just boring for me. I don't find any fun in that. And the fact that you've still got to generate the power in the first place, like, meh, well, nah. And I know you can get like nuclear power stations and stuff with it and things like that, but it's just, it doesn't do anything for me personally. Is the Create Diesel is my favorite add-on. It's not my, probably not my, I can't think of all the add-ons off the top of my head. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I seriously like it. I think it's a very good add-on. Maybe for a future stream, you should invite your viewers onto the server. Absolutely not. No way. No, because then I would just spend my entire stream panicking that somebody was going to do something awful and you know, not actually getting anything done or talking to anybody. I think it would probably be the worst stream you've ever seen, because all I would be doing would be flying around, like looking for people causing trouble or leaving signs that say rude things, or like moving my stuff about, just causing mayhem, really. So no, that's never going to happen in a million years. There'd be a recipe for disaster. It absolutely would, 100%. He may have a jetpack to hover with. I do, yeah. Yep. It's my backpack, which is also a jetpack. It's got a jetpack upgrade in it. Where am I going with this? I don't even know. I just got jittery mouse and it's weird. Did I miss some farm making stuff? No, I'm not. All I'm doing is decorating this mineshaft in this live stream. I'm not. All my farm content will be done in video. You won't miss any content by me live streaming. It's just going to be doing things that I would normally do in a quick replay, or I would do off camera. So yeah, live streams are for us to have a lovely little chat together, for you to find out more about me and my content, and for you to ask me questions so I can help you with whatever you've got on your mind, and for me to get work done. Otherwise, I would just be sat here listening to a podcast or you know, watching something on YouTube while I'm playing. But I'm ready to learn, and I know the mods I'm playing, although I've been playing Minecraft nearly 2 years, says Redstone. How often will you do streams, says Chaos Gaming? I'm hopefully going to do them every Wednesday. That's my plan. I'm not aiming to do any more than that. I'm not going to aim to do like 2 or 3 a week like I used to do. It will be probably once a week. And well, hopefully once a week. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to do them every week, because I often have a lot of things going on, not just with Minecraft, but with other things and life and whatnot. But I'm going to try. At the moment, I have a free evening in the week which I'm dedicating to live streams, and I'm hopefully going to be able to keep that up. So ideally it will be every Wednesday, but we'll see how we get on. You're a busy bee, to be sure. Do you work, or is YouTube your work? YouTube is my work. I also do a lot of marketplace stuff. Obviously, I've been making mods and things for Minecraft. I do other things as well outside of YouTube, but just sort of random stuff here and there. Like I help people out with things. I've been I'm trying to teach my nephew at the moment editing, so that maybe he can help me with editing on my videos. I'm always filling my time up with stuff. And I am attempting, for the first time in many years, I'm attempting to actually have a reasonable social life now. I've always had that on the back burner. It's always been one of those things I've been like, I'll do that when I'm older. But now I'm older, I'm like, right, okay, it's time for me to have a social life. So I'm making an effort to go out more. I'm making an effort to arrange to do things with people and see family and go places and do things. So, yeah, that's this year's plan. Whether I'll stick to it or not, I don't know. Glad to see your renewed success with both your previous and current Create series. Thank you very much. Social life is overrated. It's really not. It's really not. When you work from home, like I have done for a long time, depression really does creep up on you and you don't notice it, and then you find yourself just sad and lonely and festering, and all your friendships have disappeared and all the people you used to hang around with have moved on or gone somewhere, and it's very difficult to feel good enough to put yourself back into that situation. It's very difficult to feel like you're worth it to your friends that you haven't spoken to in a long time, or your family that you haven't seen for years effectively, or the people that you haven't live streamed to in over a year. It's very difficult. Not that I'm saying this has had any effect on me at all. It's very difficult when you've been sat alone in a house for a year with no social life at all. Hey Foxy, how do you like storage drawers or functional storage more? I'm making a mod pack. I don't know which I should add. Storage drawers is fantastic. It works really well. It's not buggy. It's reliable. It's not laggy. I would 100%. I don't know the other one, to be honest with you, but from my experience with storage drawers, I can thoroughly recommend it. Certainly so. Social's pretty important, really. It is. Phoenix wants something answered. Which mod pack is social life in? Yeah, it's in the one it's out your door. It's out of the house. Was just joking. I completely agree, and I'm glad I have a lot of stuff I can go out to do as I work from home. That's good. That is good. And I appreciate your joke, mate. Don't take things too seriously. That's what I say. Why is my mouse gibbling? Is anyone else seeing that, or is it just me on my screen? Is it gibbling on the stream as well? What's gibbling? It's gibbling. It's been really annoying. Don't you tell me you don't know what gibbling is. Or me and you can fall out, sunshine. Yes, it is, says Johnny. Okay. Minecraft comes alive doesn't count as social. No, and neither does Mine Colonies, okay? And can people stop recommending that I play Mine Colonies? I think it will probably be a really fun thing to do, right? But it's a game in itself, and I ain't got time, and I'm certainly not adding it to my mod pack, okay? So many. Why don't you add Mine Colonies? Why don't you? I'm something polite. Gibbling is the same as waffling. No, waffling is when your mouth does gibbling. Gibbling is when your mouse does gibbling. They're totally different. It couldn't even be more different. Jeez. They don't even sound the same. I wish this house I'm trimming interior had Wi-Fi so I could watch more efficiently. Jeez. How rude of the house that you're in to not have Wi-Fi. What is this? The 80s? Jeez. Get it sorted out. Why don't you something polite, lol, says Jimmy Blues. Exactly. Exactly. Miss Cat stream when? Are we still banging that drum? She said she was going to do it a year ago. She hadn't done it. I'm not going to push Mitts any harder than I used to. Or any... No, I'm not going to push Mitts anymore into streaming. Clearly not something that she wants to do. So let's not bang that drum anymore, bless her. Do you run your world on a server or locally? Well, I've got a partnership with Nodecraft, so I've basically got free dedicated server with them. So I run my server and all my patron servers from that. However, my internet over the last few weeks has started to be really jibbly. Now that we're using that word, I might as well use it for everything. It's just randomly dropping it out, but only when I'm connected to my Minecraft server. Don't know why, don't know how it knows, but it is. Whenever I'm connected to that, I just get random dropouts. It's been very irritating. And for a while, I've just had an M1 Mac Mini sitting around because I bought it for doing music on to replace my old iMac, which was pretty much dead. And I never use it. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I can run a server off this. And it turns out, even though it's only an 8 GB one, it's fantastic. It runs it really, really well. It's way smoother than playing it on like a remote server somewhere. So yeah, it just sits there with it running on that. So there you go. Now you know. But yeah, if you want a dedicated server and you don't have jibbly internet, then I thoroughly recommend Nodecraft. You can get money off with a code that I've got somewhere. I think it might be in the description of my Twitch chat, maybe. If not, it's certainly on my Discord. I think it's XL99. It stands for Expert Level 99, which I don't really say all that much anymore. I think that's the code. I can't remember how much you get off. I think, did I just say 30%? Because I don't think it's 30%. I think I just made that up. I probably didn't even say that. Now my brain's gibbling. Strange seeing Foxy in real life. No, it isn't. I see him every day. That's a weird thing to say. Jeez. All right, I need some chain drive. It's not late. You can watch the VOD if it's getting late for you, says Mitz. Oh, thanks, Mitz. I'll watch the rough VOD for the rest of it. Brilliant. That's good. That'll save me sitting here playing Minecraft. What time is it? It's 20:50. Have I nearly been going 2 hours? Oh, feels like we've barely started. But we haven't. We've very nearly finished. Where did I put my backpacks? They're in my new spoilers house, isn't it? Alex's mobs is also nice. They're pretty much just pleasant and ambient. Yeah, but there's so much junk that comes with it. There's so much junk. Hello! Good morning! Oh, do me a favour, sir. Can you just stand here and talk to this chap over there for a second? I just got to move this train. Die! You got a lucky escape there. You dodged just in time. Get him, idiot. In the future, can you either do a server with create and mechanism or add mechanism? I was going to add mechanism in my last season. The problem with mechanism is, it's a lot of people seem to like it these days, which is nice because I really like that mod, but it doesn't really fit very well in with create, I don't think. It's not really an ideal create mod. Supplementaries is missing in the build. Yeah, because they changed the mod and I don't like how they changed it. They made it 2 different things, and when I added one of them, it wouldn't load the world when I first put the pack together. So that's why supplementaries isn't here, which sucks because I like the supplementaries mod. But they had supplementaries, and then they changed half of the stuff that was in it to something called amendments instead. I think it was amendments, something like that. Amendments. Funny how I say that, isn't it? Didn't make me laugh. All right. In my place, it's like 3 AM now. Wow, you got your own time zone. It's fancy. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be really awkward, isn't it? I think maybe I should take the power line under rather than over. I was going to go over, but then this is in the way. Huh. Okay, we'll go under. Fine. Do a chain drive under. That's what I'm going to do, Doomsday Doc. It's like we both thought the same thing at the same time. Foxy, have you ever been recognised out in public? No, never. No. Oh, I tell a lie. I have, but only by like my son's school friends. So I don't think that counts. I can't believe no one's written undo my boo-boo in the chat. Wow. Have you all forgotten already? Or can you not hear the music? Have I just been talking to myself? I've been listening to music this whole time. Do you live there? What, in Create Land? No, mate, it's Minecraft. I live in real life. Where in the UK are you from? Northeast. Well, people that live in the real Northeast call where I come from Midlands. People in the South call where I am North. I call it North. It's always been North to me. Hope that helps. I was singing it, says the Leechin. I'm stuck. Oh, no, not. Hey, that worked. Yeah, I'm in Canada, so everyone likes me. I'm not 100% sure that how it works, but you're right. Canadian people are genuinely quite likable. But I don't think it just automatically... I mean, you can't be a horrible person, but just because you're from Canada, you're suddenly very likable. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. I mean, you're probably going to be more likable than other people that are not very nice. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What's your favourite part of Minecraft Create? I struggle with favourites. I've talked about this a lot, many times on previous live streams, which was a long time ago, so I forgive you for not knowing that. But yeah, I can't pick favourites. I really struggle with it. But I am very much enjoy the thing that I'm doing right now. But tomorrow I'm going to be completely different. Don't ask me why. Why? No, what do I say? Why you got to be that guy, eh? You need 1 mil subs. I've been working on it for 10 years, but they won't come. They're like, no, you got enough now, bro. That'll do. That's all you need. Are these tall enough? I'm going to have to bring the train back through and check it out. Have you ever been to Sweden? I have not. I'd like to go to Sweden. It's on my list of places that I would like to go. Do you know Mr. Beardstone? Yes. Do you know me, Beardstone, actually, it says. I don't know him in real life. I know him through the internet, but I would like to meet him, and I would certainly like to like go and do like conventions and stuff with Mr. Beardstone. How's the elevator shaft going, says Enzi? It's going, yeah, it's not too bad for 2 hours, I don't think. But I'm probably about 1/10 of the way there. So I don't think it's going to get finished. I think this is one of those things that the people that get the world download are going to, oh, that's a bit tight, are going to look at and go, huh, I don't think Foxy finished that tunnel. Even though he said he did in this video. It's weird how the edit only showed a very small portion of the completed bit rather than the entire thing. I love it when you talk to yourself as us, if you know what I mean. I absolutely do, yeah. I know, I'm totally nuts. It's not my fault. It's how I was born. My parents made me that way. Okay, that is just clearanceable. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. It's so weird that 9 out of 10 Canadian states are English and 1 is French. Is it? Is that weird? I don't know. What am I going to do at this point here? Because I got like... I suppose we just don't have to have one on this corner at all. Am I covering this up? So this is where I had my original lava farm. Am I just covering this up, or... I don't need it for anything. So should I just cover it up? The response voice is probably my favourite aspect of your videos. Thank you. What's the new building for? That's storage. That's where all the stuff from the mine's going to be deposited. Where's the world download? It's for patrons and YouTube members at any level. And the download link is on my Discord, and you can only access it if you are a patron or YouTube member. Sorry to say. That's not fair. Well, I don't make the rules. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, tough. So nice. I'm a lovely person. How much is the subscription? Good question. I don't know. I think it's like $1 for the cheapest YouTube channel member thing, isn't it? Maybe you could make a secret room, says Capel. That sounds very complicated. I mean, I don't have any secrets. You know me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. My tongue in my mouth. You know, it's just, I don't have anything to hide. Just don't look in my backpack. I know. Oh, my goodness. Apparently, we're going to just shout about Canada. I thought Canadians were nice. You have no stream etiquette. Canadian shouter person. Make that room for like broken minecart. Oh, that would be a good idea, Ray Razy. That is a good idea. That's decoration that I don't have time for though. So for now, I'm just going to block it up. But that is a really good idea. I do like that idea. 5 points to you. Oh, thank you. Always wanted 5. What are the points for? Oh, really, yeah, really useful to have. You need them. Keep collecting them with good ideas. It's 4 money per month for subscription in Poland. 4 money? Is that the official currency in Poland, is it? It's just called money. I feel like that's cheating. That's not fair. I mean, why can't we have our currency as just called money? That would make life loads easier. How much is that, mate? Oh, it's 5 monies. Oh, brilliant. I've got 6 with me, so that means I've got 1 money spare. I wonder what I can get for that. Do you make sure it's lit up, but there are no mobs? Yeah, I'm going to go do that in a minute. So basically, as I'm working my way down here, I'm like turning my brightness thing down, going back up and throwing in lanterns and things. But while I'm working on it, for the purpose of being able to see and for you guys at home to be able to see as well, because live streams are not always the most nicest things to look at. They can be a little bit glitchy and a little bit ropey, particularly in the dark. I think it's a good idea for me to have my gamma up. How's the fellow British man doing today? I haven't asked him, Bolt. I haven't asked him. I have no idea who you're talking about, but I'm assuming you're talking about someone else. Who is the fellow British person? Are you talking about Mr. Beardstone? Because I don't know. He's still in his room. He hasn't come out all day. Come out of your room! No, he's not even listening now. I think he's got his headphones in. Which mod is it that lets you put the brightness up above 100? Good question. Oh, what's it called? It begins with a G. It's like an abbreviation. Can't remember. Yeah, I'm British as well. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense then, Bolt. Hey, old mister, just joined the VIP rank on my YouTube memberships. They can get the world download. Speaking of which, there will be one coming out very soon. I'm trying to do them every 8 episodes. In fact, I'm trying to do sort of each section every 8, or based on an 8 episode like turnover. So this one might end up being like 16 episodes, although I think, no, it won't, because we're at 16 episodes. But this section is not quite finished. I think it's going to be another couple of episodes before you get the world download. Because I'm not quite done. There's a couple more things I need to build, which should be relatively quick, but then I've also got a whole bunch of landscaping to do up at the top as well, so I have to see how it goes. But I like to do my world downloads after I've finished a section, so I know, well, I know and you know exactly what you're going to be getting out of it. Thank you, Darker, for showing support. Appreciate it. Is Foxy not doing this season of Truly Bedrock? This is Gadget Pale Dad? Nope, I'm not. That was a very difficult decision to make. That was a really difficult decision to make, because I've been, in Truly Bedrock from the start. But I had to make the right decision, and I believe it was the right decision to make. So, there we go. Sitting here in Foxy's stream wondering how Foxy is, says the lead chim. I'm all right, thank you very much. I'm doing good. I'm doing very nicely, actually, at the moment. Thank you very much for asking. How are you? Do you have to pay for Create Mod? You absolutely do not know. There are very few mods you have to pay for. There's only a couple that I'm aware of. One of them is the physics mod, which is not worth paying for because it will destroy your computer just installing it. No, it doesn't, but it's very, very resource heavy. And whilst it looks fantastic, actually playing with it is pretty unfeasible because it's just so ridiculously laggy. And I've got a very, very good PC and I can't play with it on full settings. So I think that looks okay. We'll throw a few fences and things in there. Should be all right. I think that might stick out a bit too far. Let's dig those back a little bit. You should add a like themed airport to each area and make some airplanes to get from one to another. Now, I've been in the background, although I haven't been for a while, but working on a create vehicles mod, which allow you to make planes, boats, cars, motorbikes, airplanes out of any box, just like you would a normal contraption, and just stick them all together. And it kind of works, but I've realized at this point there's a whole bunch more work involved in it than I've got time to do. So yes, my plan 100% was to have actual flying planes, not just trains on tracks, for this mod pack. But at this point, I don't think that's going to happen, which is sad because I got the cars just about working, and the planes would be much easier to do than cars. I have got immersive aircraft mod, but it's not really planes and things. It's not really the same. So maybe sort of kind of a bit at some point. How long did it take you to make the storage mod? About a month to get it sort of in place, and then I've just been sort of tinkering with it as this season's gone on. When I thought, oh, I need that, I'll try and add it in if I can. So a while, quite a while. I think if I tried to fly a plane in Minecraft, I'd end up lost and never find the airport to land at. Yeah, that could happen, I'm sure. Good job mods have got all these nice things like mini maps and markers and waypoints and all that good stuff. Can you do a tutorial on making Forge Create add-ons? No, but there are some fantastic people out there that do, and that's who I watched in order to learn how to do it. So I'm sure if I can do it, then you can too. But I am nowhere near confident enough to do a tutorial on how to do it because I make it up as I go along and hope for the best. I use a lot of tutorials. I use a lot of ChatGPT to help me point me in the right direction. And I started the other day, so I really don't know what I'm doing. But thank you for your confidence in me. World maps, mini maps is the thing I miss most when going back to vanilla. Yeah, definitely 100%. I'm in agreement with you there. I mean, I said earlier in the stream when someone said what's your favorite mod or what mod couldn't you live without in vanilla, and it's for me carry on mod is the mod that I would miss the most. But you're right, actually thinking about it, it's probably more likely that I would miss like mini maps and waypoints and things because they are just so useful. You just don't even realize it. You're just constantly using them, aren't you? Like that. Boom. Mini map. Very handy. Zero's mini maps is Blue Shulker. Exactly. That's the one I use. Although other mini map mods are available. Just I happen to like Zero's very much. Does exactly all the things I need it to do and no more and no less. How's that looking? That's okay, I think. And that, unfortunately, peeps, is where I think I'm going to leave it for today. We've got a very complicated bit coming up. And I normally like to stream for around about 2 hours, and I have streamed for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You lucky peeps. You've stolen an extra 10 minutes from me where I could have been sat on the sofa with my feet up, drinking things I shouldn't drink and eating things I shouldn't eat. And you've taken that from me. I don't know how you sleep at night, honestly. Mean. Jeez. I will do my best to be back next. I'm joking. It's a joke. Jeez. Don't take it personally. I will do my best to be back again next week, Wednesday. I will try my best to be even better at reading chat next time. And until then, I will have a video coming out to you on Sunday. And that's about it. So I'll see you then. Goodbye. Where's my end button?